flu vaccinations, other than the fact that you got to get them every year. I didn't. That's why I asked you: is it a shot or is it a vaccination? And you assured me that it's a vaccination, but it's a shot in the dark. But
right, yeah.
I don't know if you've been watching the news lately, but there's a proliferation of dogs and chickens that are getting the flu, and how anybody knows, I have no clue. But that's what I've been seeing in the news lately. Have you been seeing that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I heard about the dog flu that was out recently, and I really haven't paid a lot of attention to it, other than I'm just anticipating this to spread to the point where we're going to have the exact same mass hysteria and paranoia, and let's make a vaccine and sell them, billions of dollars worth of it, as we did with the swine flu, which I think was H1N1, and then before that was the bird flu. And all these things were these great. I think the bird flu was supposed to be huge. It was going to kill all thousands and thousands of people were going to die. And I think it was something like, and I don't know the exact number, but it's give or take 300 people or something like that worldwide.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking just in the United States. So it was, when you say 300 people died in worldwide, that's nothing. We have that many people die every day in the United States from slip and falls. I mean, more than that. But so there's some things you just can't prevent. But I can see, like I said, we've had the bird flu that was huge in the media, and everyone says, "Oh my God, we've got to get a handle on this, or all these people are going to die." And then nothing came of it, and it went away. And all of a sudden, oh my God, we've got the swine flu. Look at these pigs, or now we've got the flu, and they're transferring it to humans, and oh boy, it's going to be catastrophic. And you've got to create a vaccine, and we did the H1N1. They gave you both the regular vaccine and the H1N1 that year. Matter of fact, that was the only year, and so maybe there was something to that flu, but that was the only year, and that was 5 or 6 years ago. The swine flu was the only year, and it was supposed to be super deadly, and it was the only year since I stopped getting flu vaccines that I actually contracted the flu. And I assumed I had the flu because I had the flu symptoms, and I was sick for like 2 days. I got over it, maybe 3 at the most.
Well,
I had the fever.
I would guess that if you led a healthy lifestyle and had a decent diet, that I'm not going to say all of them, but a majority of these childhood diseases and things that your body can probably overcome much more efficiently than anything else.
Right, and that's exactly it. And that's the thing that a lot of people tend to forget when you have someone, the people who are pro-vaccine as opposed to the people like myself who are anti-vaccine, is they think that they're calling us anti-vaxxers. We anti-vaxxers think that we're never going to get sick. Well, that's not the case. I know that I can get sick. In fact, of course, I've been in the military, so I've received way more vaccines than the average person, and it's actually one of the reasons why I separated from the military, because I was tired of the vaccines.
But what about this argument, John? What about the argument that most people really don't want to take away your rights, and they don't care they really wouldn't care if you did or did not get a vaccination. What they care about is if you don't get a vaccination and you're exposing other people to these things. But the truth is that. Or the truth. I shouldn't say the truth because I don't know what the truth is. But my feeling is that, hey, you know what? If I believe in these vaccinations and I get the vaccinations and I believe that it's protecting me, the fact that you did not get the vaccination shouldn't harm me.
Right, and that's theoretically, that the vaccine is supposed to protect you. That's the whole point of the vaccine. And when it doesn't work, what the media and the medical community love throwing out is they go, well, it's meant to induce herd mentality, which they use herd mentality in a very, very wrong way. Herd mentality is not something that's supposed to be associated with vaccines. It's just that we've said it so many times over and over in the media that people now, when they think herd mentality, they think, 97% of the people need to be vaccinated in order for these things to work. Well, herd mentality is an old term that comes from so many people in your community, in your culture, in your region need to contract the virus or whatever the disease is and build an immunity to it. Now, so many people have gone through the process that we're stronger as a herd in general, and it's not 97% that need to contract the disease. So it's really this herd mentality is the term is wrongly used when it comes to vaccinations. And the fact of the matter is, like I said, 75% of the people that got measles here from the Disneyland episode were vaccinated. Just last week, it was last week or maybe the week before, but it's been a week and a half now, I guess. There was the first article that I read. There was 19 cases of whooping cough in Park City, Utah.
Okay, hey, whoa! You're all over the board here. Hang on, let's isolate this a little bit. You were talking about Disneyland. You were talking about the percentage of people that got the measles from Disneyland and the percentage of them that had actually been vaccinated. We had already said that it was a shot in the dark because they actually gave you a vaccine for a measles virus that was different than the ones that they were anticipating. Or maybe I'm wrong, but I thought that's what.
That's well, you're talking about the
flu.
Flu shot. I mean, the flu shot is one where they can't really predict. The measles is measles. Whooping cough is whooping cough. And the reason why
there's only one strain of measles. Is that right?
There's one in mainstream. I don't know if there's more than one, to be honest with you, but the shot they give us is all the same. So I'm assuming that measles is measles. It's not like there could be different strains, but maybe the one strain they use. I don't really know to know the science behind all of these, I would never sleep. But so I assume that the measles strain that they use is effective against, if there are other strains, all of them. And I really don't know. Scientifically, I can't speak on that particular thing. I just know specifically with the flu vaccine, there are so many strains.
But you know what? But that's a really good case study, and that is that, and I forgot the percentage that you had actually quoted, but if that high a percentage of the people that contracted the measles that actually started at Disneyland, and Disneyland's really got nothing to do with this, but other than that's where they've isolated where it started. But if that higher percentage actually had that vaccination, then wouldn't that go to show that the vaccination had no effect at all?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't go so much as to say that it's had no effect at all, but I would say that it's not nearly as effective as they say it is. Yeah. And that was the point I was making with bringing up the whooping cough in Park City. The whooping cough, they had basically an outbreak of pertussis, what we call it whooping cough, but an outbreak of pertussis in Park City, and all of the cases, it got up to over 30 before someone who was unvaccinated actually contracted it, but it was all of the cases were among vaccinated children. So either it doesn't work or it's causing pertussis is the argument there. And so, to force that on a culture when there is, if it was absolutely 100% effective, 100% safe, I'd be the first one to go, you know what, let's all do it. Absolutely, I have no problem with mandating it, but that's not the case. So we'll go to break, and we'll pick up when we get back.
Okay, we've been talking to our own Sean LaFave with his Geared for Wellness Corner. We'll be right back, and we're going to talk about Dr. Oz a little bit in this next segment. So don't go away. We'll be right back after these brief messages with Sean LaFave. Isn't it time to shine the spotlight on your expertise? The Interview, starring you. Here's your chance to capture 5 minutes of fame with The Interview. This isn't just any interview. This is your opportunity to showcase your expertise and position yourself as a trusted expert in a one-on-one video interview hosted by Robert Cardoza, host of the nationally syndicated show Robert Cardoza Live and powered by AHA Studios. What is it? A professionally recorded video for your use. Robert Cardoza interviews you on the set where he records his show. Professional interview showcases your expertise and value, shot in a state-of-the-art studio. And what's in it for you? Gain credibility as an expert, earn the trust of your target market, educate in a way that intrigues your audience, gain a powerful marketing tool that offers dozens of uses, website, video sharing sites, social media, email, DVDs, direct mail, lobby video, resumes, profile building, all that kind of stuff. Association with the nationally syndicated celebrity. That's right. And let's talk about AHA Studios. AHA is a strategic marketing firm that leverages the powerful in visual persuasion to help your business create powerful messages that connect with your target market. AHA ventures way beyond strategy, delivering the marketing collateral you need to start driving a new business through your doors. AHA has a full-service, in-house, state-of-the-art production studio to bring your messages to life using video. Discover how to make The Interview work for you. Call 949-831-2222. That's 949-831-2222. AHA Image Studios, Incorporated. Dr. Stephen Tidwell, Dental Family Dentistry in a caring, personalized environment. Here at Dr. Tidwell's office, we are dedicated to helping you keep your teeth healthy. We are a state-of-the-art dental practice that still believes in traditional values, such as excellent customer service and individual attention. We have a special welcoming offer for you for just $39, a complete exam, personal consultation, professional cleaning, and all necessary x-rays. That's a $266 value for $39. Dr. Tidwell has 2 convenient locations and experienced staff to provide you with professional care and personal attention that you deserve. Call today. Don't delay. A great smile another day. Call 909-944-7308. That's 909-944-7308 for Rancho Cucamonga or San Bernardino. Joel Saltzman is Dr. Wireless. He has turned his considerable expertise into consumer credit risk and wireless security into a highly specialized independent web-based consulting enterprise targeting consumer credit risk analysis and wireless transactional security and monitoring. He works as a wireless analyst, veteran independent agent, and consumer liaison for most wireless telecom carriers and equipment manufacturers. For more than 20 years, corporate and private clients and media audiences have counted on his unvarnished advice while weighing the technology, performance, and cost differences between Sprint, Nextel, AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Joel specializes in setting up mobile wireless hotspots to be used for disaster preparedness, business continuity, and mobile wireless merchant processing solutions. Call Dr. Wireless at 310-400-4900 or go to his webpage at drwireless.com. Again, call 310-400-4900 or his webpage at drwireless.com. You'll be glad you did. And now, back to our show. And I am Robert Cardoza. You're listening to Robert Cardoza live on the street at the intersection of business and politics. We're talking to our own Sean LaFay with his Geared for Wellness Corner. And Sean, when we left, I had mentioned an article that I pulled off the Associated Press that just came out today, and basically it came out at 4:24 p.m. And I just wanted to just talk about it a little bit. And basically what it says is there are 10 physicians at Columbia Medical School that want to have Dr. Oz removed from the faculty. The school said no, that they actually promote openness from their physicians, and he's a teaching doctor there, and they're going to let him do his thing. The doctor said that his promotion of some of these weight loss things on his television show border on quackery, and I thought you and I could discuss that a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't read that article, but there's a lot of it that I agree with, and obviously I agree with both sides. The faculty that want him removed, and then of course the university stand on saying no, the guy's a valid physician, and so on. But I guess it was, you could almost put it akin to Jesse Ventura. Jesse Ventura was a legitimate a politician, whether you agreed with his stance or not on his issues. He was a politician, and I think he took his job seriously. But he had his sidebar job before that. I don't want to say sidebar; it was his main job. He was an actor, where actors just make things up. It's acting is really just pretending, and he did the same thing with the WWF stuff, the wrestling. It was all pretending, and so I think it to me you can separate what he does on his TV show from what he does at the university. However, I think as long as he's teaching valid, issues and valid science and valid data at the university, that's fine and acceptable. My problem, and I've never been a fan of Dr. Oz. I've only watched a few episodes of him, and I've taken a couple of his episodes, and I've actually recorded them and watched them repeatedly over and over and over to pick up on the language. And the thing that Dr. Oz is very good at, and the thing that people need to remember, first of all, is he's not on that show. He's promoting himself as a physician, but really that show he is a promoter. Don King promoted boxing. It's not a lot of difference.
He's an entertainer on that show.
He's an entertainer, and he's a marketing guru. And if you listen to the way that he talks about stuff, he uses terminology. He's extremely careful in what he says. He'll say things that make it sound like the products that he's promoting on the show are capable of doing something, 5-10 times faster or 5-10 times better than they are. The way he says it, it makes it sound like it's this amazing product that's absolutely astounding and will change your life if you just use it once or twice. When the reality is, it might be something like one of the shows that I watched was he was using this ultrasonic fat burning machine that's supposed to burn fat. As you rub it, they put the jelly on your stomach or your thighs or whatever, and they burn the fat away. And of course he makes it sound like it'll